Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to my weekly real estate vlog. This week I wanted to continue on from our video last week about auctions and just point out the differences of auction versus private treaty. So first of all, point one is average days on market. With an auction campaign, on average in South Australia, the average time on market for a property that goes to auction is 40 days. And if you're selling your property via private treaty, the average time on market is 80 days. So from a statistical perspective, auction has 50% less time on market than private treaty, which is really interesting. Second point I've written down here is with an auction campaign, you have an unlimited ceiling price to what you could possibly achieve for your property. So what I mean by that is if you advertise your property using the private treaty or just for sale, you're advertising either a fixed price, a price range, or like expressions of interest with a guide price. So let's just say, for example, your asking price is $5 to $5.50. The chances of you selling the property above $5.50 are very, very, very slim using private treaty method. However, if you're selling your property via auction, you don't have a ceiling to that sale price because you're not advertising a price range. So if buyers are prepared to pay $560, $570, $600 or more, they will through the competition of auction, which is a really pretty cool thing, I think. So it's exciting to know that your prospects for your sale price are uncapped. Point three I've written down is when you sell your property via auction, you have a cash unconditional contract. So that means if you sell your property before auction or at auction, you have a cash contract, no conditions, no subject to finance, no subject to sale, no subject to my grandmother's cousin looking at the house or anything ridiculous like that. So it's once the contracts are signed or the hammer goes down, it's 100% sold, and all you have to do is then wait for settlement, and you've got that comfort inside knowing that your property is sold and you can pack and move on to your next stage of life. Point four I've written down here is when you sell using the auction method, you have 3 opportunities to sell. So essentially it's very similar to for sale method, however you've just got a date in which you're inviting buyers to come to your property to purchase it. So with an auction, you could essentially sell before auction. So if you receive a really great offer that you just really want to accept for some particular reason, you can sell before auction and it's still a cash unconditional contract. If you're having really good interest in the property and multiple offers, it's probably a really good idea to go to auction. So the next step is obviously you actually can sell on the day of the auction. That's the ideal scenario. And for some particular reason, if the property doesn't sell either before or at auction, you can sell after auction. The really interesting thing about the statistics is that if you put your property on the market using the auction method, if it doesn't sell on auction day for some particular reason, the statistics show that a property will sell very, very quickly after it's put on the market for sale with a price range if it does not sell at auction. So even taking that into consideration in terms of days on market, using an auction method of sale has much less days on market than private treaty. The last point I've written down before we finish up today is you as the owner of the property set a confidential reserve price. So the reserve price is confidential between us, the real estate agent, and you, the owner of the property, and it's not disclosed to any buyer or third party. So you can set the reserve price at whatever level you like. Usually we will certainly provide you with a recommendation for the reserve price. However, it's your ultimate decision on what price you set the reserve at. And on auction day, that is the lowest price that you're willing to sell the property for. You can actually change that price, but that's entirely up to you. So you're never kind of in a position where you're forced to take a price lower than you want because it's your decision to set the reserve price at whatever level you like. So I think they're kind of 5 really interesting points when looking at the 2 different methods of sale. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks very much.